Spring is just around the corner, and I don't know about you, but I have a whole bunch of fragrances that I did not wear enough this winter. There are literally fragrances that I really, really love. I think they're amazing. I think they're phenomenal. I've recommended them to you guys. But when it comes to like my day-to-day wear, I don't think I've been wearing these fragrances enough. And I'm kind of scrambling to make sure that I wear these fragrances before it gets too warm to wear them, because I really do want to get my use out of these perfumes because I genuinely think they are amazing. But when you have a lot of fragrances in your collection, it's easy to get some things overlooked, and that's what's been happening here. But if this is your first time on this channel, hello, my name is Anya. I love fragrances. I talk about them here 5 times a week, Monday through Friday. I also publish additional content on TikTok and Instagram under the username ANECHKAFRAGRANCES. And if you're interested in history for any reason, well, I love history, but if you're interested in history, I have a podcast called The Fragrance Report where I really delve into the history of fragrance and I talk about it in a very analytical way. So if you're interested, I do have that podcast on Spotify, and I publish a new episode every Wednesday. So, like I said, I have these fragrances that I truly think are wonderful, but they are not getting used. They need to get more use because I do not want it to be summer and then for me to look at these fragrances and be like, I could have been wearing this in the winter, and I didn't. And there are a few fragrances in this video, not gonna lie, that I haven't worn in a long time, and I need to hold myself accountable because I need to give these fragrances the love they deserve. So with that being said, let's start off with some fragrances that I'm actually holding right now. So I was actually filming, well, I film a lot during the weekend, and so I was going through my collection for another video and I came across this perfume and I was like, I haven't worn this in way too long. It's amazing. It's truly spectacular, and I have not worn this fragrance in I don't even know how long. And I'm referring to, of course, Mula Mula by Byron. This is such an amazing perfume. It's truly beast mode. It's luxury in a bottle. It literally is called Money Money for a reason. It's a luxury fragrance. It's so good. It's like pink pepper, ginger, oud, labdanum. I think there's also raspberry and strawberry in here. So it's like a fruity fragrance with an oud base, but there's also like a soft spiciness to it that makes it more complex and more special than just like a straight up gourmand fragrance. This is so excellent. Like, I love this perfume. There's truly something quite special about it, and a little bit goes a long way. So you are definitely getting a terrific value for money with this, because you don't need to use a lot of it. You can just use 1 or 2 sprays and it will last the entire day. This is one of the strongest perfumes in my collection and it's truly amazing. I love it so much. Let's look at the notes because I think I might have missed a few. Mula Mula by Byron. Okay, so this fragrance is a sweet fragrance with caramel. By the way, I forgot the caramel note, but this has caramel, peach, strawberry, raspberry, a mid of ginger, pink pepper, and labdanum, and then a base of vanilla, musk, oud, and patchouli. So I definitely do think that the oud and patchouli contribute to the longevity of this fragrance, but this is such an excellent perfume. Again, luxury in a bottle, smells amazing, smells terrific. A little bit goes a long way, and this is one of those fragrances that I can't really picture myself wearing in the summertime unless it's like summer nights, because this fragrance will be, I think, too overwhelming for like the hot summer weather. I live in the Northeast, so like I feel like I could probably get away with wearing this at night, but I definitely think that this is a fragrance I want to take advantage of in this time of year. So moving on, let's talk about one of my very favorite vintage fragrances. This is Marrousia by Slava Zaitsev. This is a fragrance that really focuses on animalic notes, woody notes. There's a lot of aldehydes in here, and this is one of those fragrances that I really pictured myself wearing in like Russian winter, like, you know, the Russian Dostoevsky, Anna Karenina type winter vibe. I was thinking I was gonna have a Russian winter vibe, but that just did not happen for whatever reason. I think I was just super into just like the cozy fragrances, the fragrances that, you know, prevented me from having a panic attack. It's been an insane month. It's insane year so far, not gonna lie. But like, I was like into those fragrances that were super, super calming because like everything else wasn't, and I was not ready mentally for like a Russian winter aesthetic kind of fragrances. Like, I think I was wearing Elizabeth Taylor's Passion a lot, but I missed the mark on this one, and I really do want to wear it more. This is a masterclass in aldehydes, in animalic notes like civet, in woody notes. I think there's also the geranium note in here, which pairs so excellently with those like other heavier scents. This just is wonderful, and it's really not that expensive. It's a pretty affordable fragrance, and I genuinely do enjoy it. I feature it on and off. I really do like it. It's also a really powdery fragrance, and if you look at the scent pyramid on Fragrantica, it's rather extensive. There is a lot going on here, but this is just one of those like old world, beautiful, commanding fragrances, and this is definitely not for the faint of heart. I would assume that most people probably wouldn't go for this one, but I personally love aldehydes and I love animalics, so this is something that I tend to go for. So, Marrousia by Slava Zaitsev for a Russian winter kind of aesthetic. She said in a neon blue or turquoise sweater. Clearly, Russian winter has been missing. Okay, but moving on. So next we have something that's more expensive. I think that with this video I'm going between expensive, not expensive, expensive, not expensive. This is expensive. This is by Sora Dora. This is Jany. Now, Jany came into my collection in January. So the reason that this fragrance is in this particular video is because I want to wear this perfume as much as possible before it gets warm, because I fall in love with it. It's like a baked apple. It's so good. It's a baked apple scent. You can smell the baked crust. You can smell the cinnamon here. There's a bit of caramel. It smells so photorealistic and so excellent. Like, this is photorealistic apple dessert in a bottle. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. I love Sora Dora in general. They have some amazing options, and so many of their fragrances have turned into favorites for me. My all-time favorite Sora Dora fragrance is still going to be Mallow. I think that was the first fragrance I ever tried from them, and it's still a firm favorite. I love that perfume. But their other fragrances are excellent, including Jany. So yeah, this is amazing. I love it so much. This is the ultimate winter gourmand. It's so good. The ultimate winter gourmand. Smells amazing. So definitely give this a shot before it gets too warm. They do have this in their discovery set. And you can use my code Anya10 for some money off. That is an affiliate code, and I do have an affiliate partnership with Sora Dora, as well as some of the other fragrances in this video. But yeah, this is excellent. Another one is like, again, vintage leaning, is Kim Kardashian's Pure Honey. I did wear this, I think, this past week, but I haven't worn this as much as I want to, and like one of the reasons why I decided to wear it in this past week is because I just wanted to like reintroduce myself to it, and I want to wear it because it seems like a very cozy fragrance for the wintertime. This is like beeswax, honey, but it's kind of like a waxy beeswax, and it has some white florals such as like honeysuckle, freesia in here. It's a beautiful fragrance. Beautiful. Kim Kardashian's Pure Honey. I need to wear this fragrance more because it's like one of those cozy fragrances for the wintertime. Like, I can smell, like, I feel like this smells like a cozy fragrance, and I don't think this would hit the same way in the summertime, personally. So this is beautiful. Okay, so next up, Paulina Char's Venom of Love, created in collaboration with Navitus. I love this fragrance. I love this so much. I wore this in, I think, December and November a lot, but then I kind of like stopped wearing it as much, and then I smelled it again because I was getting ready for another video, and then I was like, yeah, I need to wear this before it gets too warm, because look, this is beautiful. It's like essentially chocolate covered cherries. Chocolate covered cherries, boozy undertones, but not too much. I think there's some oud in here as well. This is such a stunning fragrance. Very good. Venom of Love, if you want chocolate-covered cherries, this is it. Next up is Chopard Casmir, or Casmir by Chopard. This is a beautiful fragrance. Again, for those vintage-leaning fragrance preferences, this is stunning. It's giving apricot tart. It's giving tropical chords, but with a vintage twist. This is definitely a vintage-inspired fragrance. Like, it's a vintage fragrance. That's the long and short of it. If you don't like vintage perfumes, you might not like this, but I personally really love it. And it's like, again, one of those cozy fragrances that I think would be ideal for the winter time. And I keep talking about like how I should get a backup bottle of this, and I don't know, like I don't want to get too many backup bottles, but I might. I'm not sure. I think I'm leaning towards a no on this one, because I really don't want to have like an excuse to have like bottles and bottles in my collection for no reason, but I really love this one and I really want to get some more use out of it. Next up is Kheir, Pretty Please. This is a new fragrance to my collection and I've fallen very much in love with it. It's a beautiful perfume. It's like dark cherries with some booziness. There's some red wine here, but it's like a very dry wine. It's a very interesting fragrance, and it's one of those perfumes that I really want to get to know more and really want to wear more. And it's, again, probably not going to be a perfume to wear in the warm weather, which is why I want to get as much use out of it as possible while I still can. So another perfume that I absolutely love is Silver Saffron by Une Nuit Nomade. This has notes of saffron, papyrus, myrrh. It's such a beautiful fragrance. There's also a raspberry here that gives it like a fruity undertone, and iris. I don't know what it is, but like for me, when it comes to this perfume, I really pick up leather, and I don't know if that's intentional or not, but I really get a leather perfume when I smell this. It's a powerful fragrance. Again, a little bit goes a long way with this one, which is why I cannot think of myself wearing this in the warm weather. It's just not going to happen. So I'm going to try and get as much use out of it as I can right now while it's still a little bit cold outside. Next up is Roos and Roos Song for a Queen. This is a beautiful vanilla white floral fragrance that has an orange blossom that leans almost like tuberose-like. It's almost like giving like an indolic white floral. It's very intriguing, very beautiful, creamy, stunning. There's like a cashmere note in here apparently that I think is a fantasy note, but it like gives like a coziness to it that I really love. This is giving Monica Bellucci, dark feminine, womanly. This is one of those elegant perfumes to be worn by someone that doesn't care what other people think, but just knows that she is self-assured and she is a woman. She's a beautiful, mature, elegant woman, and that's what I get when I get this fragrance, or that's what I get when I smell this fragrance. And I want to wear this fragrance some more before it gets warm, because I don't think I could get away with wearing this fragrance in the hot weather. This is just not that kind of perfume. But if you love creamy white florals, but you want something that has like a bit of like an edge to it, if you like perfumes like Alien, this could be a really good one for you to try. Not saying that they're like dupes of each other. That's not what I'm saying at all. I just want to make that absolutely clear. But if you like the indolic, heavy, almost soapy florals, this is a good one. This is a really, really good one. It was released in 2014, and it's still going to be a fragrance that I would recommend. So, Roos and Roos, Song for a Queen. I literally almost forgot to mention this perfume. I would have been kicking myself if I'd forgotten to mention this, but this is Paradis Nirvana. This is so good. This is so good. And I have not been wearing this as much, and I should. But this is like warm hazelnut, vanilla. It's so beautiful. There's a bit of booziness to it as well. That nuttiness. But this is such a beautiful, smooth, gorgeous vanilla. This is Nirvana by Paradis. Amazing. Amazing. And yeah, it's beautiful. And their bottles are some of my favorites. I love like the ruby red here. They also have like a bunch of other color options, but the Nirvana bottle I love. This is beautiful. Yeah, and I just have not been wearing this as much. So this is cognac, myrrh, tonka bean at the top, a mid of cinnamon, hazelnut, and sandalwood, and then a base of vanilla and cashmere wood. Again, beautiful, stunning, very smooth, delicious, cozy. Can't really wear this in the summertime, I don't think, but I love it. So Nirvana by Paradis. I'm going to be wearing this more. I really have to, because it's such a beautiful, cozy fragrance that I absolutely love. Alright, so that's it for this video. Let me know, are there any perfumes that you feel like you need to wear more often in your collection? Are there any fragrances that you want to be giving a little bit of extra love to before the weather changes? Thank you so much for watching till the end, and I will see you next time. Bye!